Have you ever wondered why some people seem to work incredibly hard but never get ahead? You see them day in and day out, putting in the hours, but their financial situation just doesn't change. We often think being poor is just about not having enough money, but what if I told you that's only a symptom? What if the real issue is something much deeper, something invisible that dictates every choice we make? Today, we're going to talk about the one thing that keeps people trapped, and it's not a lack of money. It's a mindset. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about understanding the hidden scripts that run our lives. The truth is, you can't solve a problem if you don't even know it exists. And many of us are living with a poor mindset without even realizing it. It's a way of thinking that quietly sabotages our best efforts. So what exactly is this mindset? It's a specific set of beliefs and attitudes about the world. It shapes how you see time, how you approach risk, what you believe about effort, and even how you view responsibility. It's not just about finances. It seeps into every corner of your life. Someone with this mindset often sees time as something to be traded for money, a resource to be spent rather than invested. They might see risk not as an opportunity for growth, but as a threat to be avoided at all costs. Effort is seen as a painful necessity, a grind to be endured, not a path to mastery. And responsibility? That can feel like a heavy burden, something to be shifted or avoided. These aren't conscious decisions. They are automatic, deeply ingrained patterns of thought that create a very specific reality. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. What do these invisible behaviors actually look like in daily life? One of the biggest ones is short-term thinking. This is the constant battle between what you want now and what you need for the future. It's choosing the immediate comfort of a takeout meal over saving that money for an investment. It's binge watching a series all night instead of spending an hour learning a new skill that could double your income. It's not that these choices are bad. It's that the poor mindset consistently prioritizes the present over the future, creating a cycle where you're always putting out fires instead of building a fireproof house. Another classic behavior is trading time directly for money, and only time for money. People with this mindset often think, if I just work more hours, I'll make more money. They take on a second job, work overtime, and burn themselves out. They are stuck in a linear equation where their income is capped by the number of hours in a day. They don't see the possibility of creating systems, assets, or skills that generate income while they sleep. They're on a treadmill, running faster and faster, but the scenery never changes. Then there's the fear of the new. Learning a new skill, starting a side hustle, or investing in yourself feels overwhelming and risky. The mindset whispers, what if you fail? What if you waste your time and money? It's safer to just stick with what you know. This fear keeps people in jobs they hate and in financial situations that are slowly suffocating them. They choose the certainty of their current struggle over the uncertainty of a better future. It's a self-imposed cage, built from a fear of stepping outside the familiar. So if these behaviors are so damaging, why can't people just see them and stop? This is where it gets tricky. There are powerful blind spots that keep this mindset hidden from view. The first one is ego. No one wants to admit they're making bad choices. It's much easier to blame external factors, the government, the economy, your boss, your bad luck. The ego protects itself by creating a narrative where you are the victim of circumstance, not the author of your choices. Admitting you have a poor mindset feels like admitting you're not smart or capable, which is a painful thought. So the ego builds a wall and says, it's not my fault. The second blind spot is comparison, but a very specific kind of comparison. People trapped in this mindset often compare themselves to others who are in a similar or worse situation. This is a subtle trick the mind plays to make you feel better about your own stagnation. You look at your friend who is also struggling and think, well, I guess this is just how it is for people like us. This normalizes the struggle. It makes it feel inevitable. Instead of looking up to people who have achieved what you want and asking, how did they do it? The poor mindset looks sideways and says, at least I'm not doing as badly as them. This creates a comfortable echo chamber of mediocrity, where no one challenges the status quo. These blind spots are like a fog that prevents you from seeing the cliff you're walking towards. Pay close attention to the language people use, because words don't just describe our reality, they create it. Someone with a poor mindset has a very distinct vocabulary. Phrases like, I can't afford it, are common. Now on the surface, that might be a factual statement. But a person with a wealth mindset would ask a different question. How can I afford it? One is a statement that closes the door on all possibilities. The other is a question that opens the mind to find solutions. Another classic is, that's not possible, or it's just too hard. This language reveals a belief that challenges are permanent roadblocks, not temporary obstacles to be overcome. It reflects a sense of powerlessness. They see a successful person and think, they must have gotten lucky, or it's easy for them. They dismiss the years of hard work, failure, and learning that went into that success because acknowledging it would mean they have no excuse for their own inaction. Every time you say it's not possible, you're casting a spell on yourself. You are telling your brain to stop looking for solutions, to give up. The words you use reinforce your beliefs, and those beliefs create your actions, which in turn create your results. Your life today is largely a result of the words and beliefs you've held on to until now. This difference in mindset becomes crystal clear when faced with an opportunity. Where one person sees a golden opportunity, another sees a world of risk. Imagine a new technology comes out that could automate part of your job. The person with a poor mindset immediately thinks, oh no, a machine is going to take my job. I'm doomed. They see only the threat, the danger, the potential for loss. Their energy goes into worrying and resisting the change. Now, look at the person with a wealth mindset. They see the same situation and think, interesting. How can I learn this new technology? How can I become the person who manages these new systems? How can I use this to my advantage? They see opportunity. They see potential for growth. They understand that change is a constant, and the only way to win is to adapt and evolve. The first person is playing defense, trying not to lose. The second person is playing offense, trying to win. And in the game of life and finances, playing defense all the time means you will eventually lose. You'll never score. The poor mindset is focused on survival and avoiding loss, while the wealth mindset is focused on thriving and creating gains. Same world, same circumstances, but two completely different realities based entirely on their internal filter. And what is the real cost of all this? It's not just about being broke. The real cost is a deep, soul-crushing frustration. It's the feeling of being stuck on a hamster wheel, running as fast as you can, but never moving forward. It's the exhaustion that comes from working 2 jobs and still not being able to pay for an unexpected car repair. It's the quiet desperation of watching your dreams fade away, replaced by the grim reality of just getting by. It's the strain it puts on your relationships, your health, and your mental well-being. This isn't a peaceful struggle. It's a painful one. It's the slow erosion of hope. You start to believe that this is all life has to offer. You see others succeeding, and a bitter resentment can start to grow, not because you're a bad person, but because you can't understand why your hard work isn't paying off like theirs seems to. You feel betrayed by the promises you were told about hard work. The cost is a life lived at a fraction of your true potential, a constant state of what if without any real steps to make it happen. So how do we break free? The first step is the hardest: awareness. It's about looking in the mirror and having an honest conversation with yourself. It's about catching yourself when you say, "I can't," and asking, "Is that really true, or am I just afraid?" The shift begins when you stop making statements and start asking questions. Instead of "I can't afford it," ask, "What would I need to do to be able to afford this?" Instead of "That's too risky," ask, "What's the smallest, safest step I can take in that direction?" Instead of "I don't have time," ask, "If this were truly important to me, how would I find 30 minutes for it today?" These questions shift you from a passive victim to an active creator of your life. It's about taking radical responsibility. It means acknowledging that while you can't control the economy or your past, you can control your mindset, your habits, and your actions from this moment forward. This isn't about a sudden, magical transformation. It's a slow, deliberate process of replacing old, broken thought patterns with new, empowering ones. It's choosing the uncomfortable path of growth over the comfortable path of stagnation, one small decision at a time. The realization that can change everything is this: your financial situation is not your identity. Your current circumstances are simply the result of your past thinking. And if you change your thinking, you will inevitably change your circumstances. Escaping poverty, whether it's financial poverty or a poverty of spirit, doesn't start with a lottery win or a promotion. It starts with a decision to think differently. It's a heavy realization because it places the power and the responsibility squarely back in your own hands. Wealth isn't an amount in a bank account. It's a way of thinking, a way of seeing the world. And it's available to anyone who is brave enough to challenge their own beliefs and start asking better questions. Thanks for watching. If this video made you think, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we see the world. See you in the next one.